First alert weather is underway as the strong winter storm makes landfall in western Alaska, bringing heavy snow and high winds.
A brand new sled dog race takes off from Willow on Saturday. Learn about the Sue Dog 300 coming up.
And the Iron Dog finish line is lit up. We get you up to date with the race.
You're watching Alaska's news source.
Alaska State Troopers say a man was found dead in Nikolai Wednesday evening, and a source in Nikolai confirmed that death was Nick Alexia Sr., who the Tanana Chiefs Conference said was previously the first chief of Nikolai. The Alaska Bureau of Investigation is looking into the circumstances surrounding the death, and troopers say there is no public safety risk. We have more details on our website. And the Tanana Chiefs Conference posted on social media Saturday saying Alexia also previously served on the TCC Executive Board of Directors and is saddened about his death. It said in part, "We are grateful for his leadership, guidance, and dedication to our people and communities. His voice and commitment helped shape the work we continue today, and he will be greatly missed." The winter storm our weather team has been tracking is finally making landfall in western Alaska, bringing over 12 inches of snow into early next week. Meteorologist Bailey Braun joins us with the details and the impacts through the weekend.
Thank you, Michaela. Yes, this storm is actively making landfall into western Alaska. Next, it's going to reach into the North Slope, and eventually it will reach into the interior with significant snowy impacts as well as these strong winds. Now, I do want to talk about these strong winds. These are bringing strong winds all the way down into south central. You can see the 67-mile-per-hour wind gusts into Palmer. This is a result of this storm as that pressure gradient begins to churn that air. But all across western Alaska, we're facing these strong winds, and this is also mixed with that heavy rainfall or snowfall, which is adding to those blizzard-like conditions as well as that reduced visibility. Now, another impact of these strong winds is, of course, this wind chill, making temperatures feel a little bit more like negative 18 degrees into Kotzebue and even a little bit colder into other areas across the western coastline. Now, as we look ahead, Northwest Alaska is really the area taking the brunt of this storm, as well as the Seward Peninsula. Heaviest snowfall is likely into Kotzebue all the way into Point Lay, but as you can tell into the overnight hours, the storm will shift into the North Slope, bringing up to 8 to 10 inches of snow into these areas, especially west of Utqiagvik. But then the storm will begin to shift into the interior by tomorrow, but especially bringing the heaviest impacts by tomorrow afternoon through Monday. And that's when we will have a first alert day for Fairbanks, as you can expect another foot of snow by Monday afternoon. So the next round of snow is heading your way as the work week will begin to start. You can see the second front of this storm will begin to push into southwest Alaska before eventually making its way into south central. Now, the snowfall, of course, is heaviest into Kotzebue up to Point Lay, where you'll see over a foot of snow. And then again, that's when another foot of snow is likely into Fairbanks after the week you had just previously had with lots of that heavy snowfall. So prepare for even more heading your way. I'll have more details during our full weather forecast.
Scheduled between two historic races, Yukon Quest Alaska and the Iditarod comes as a new sled dog race from one of the sport's capitals. Jordan Rodenberger brings us some insight on the Sue Dog 300 from Willow.
The community of Willow has a rich history of dog mushing and has world-class trails featured throughout, which is why when the Willow 300 dissolved in 2023, many figured it wouldn't be long before a new race took its place, which is what many came out to see on Saturday, the inaugural Sue Dog 300, a brand new sled race featuring 20 mushers taking off from Willow. Race director and organizer Kai Letty shared what sparked the idea of the Sue Dog 300 and what separates it from the rest of the pack.
It's huge. We're finding that mid-distance mushing is becoming more and more popular. And it's a big deal that we have an event that less experienced mushers feel comfortable entering. We have so many of our field today are newer mushers where this might be their first 300 ever. Almost every musher here is using this as an Iditarod qualifier. So we're taking the opportunity to create a race that they can compete in a 300. It can be used as an Iditarod qualifier. And we have multiple facets of the race that promote mentorship, learning, and sharing of experiences between the mushers so that we can help all these mushers grow and become successful with their teams. The goal of the race is to be a community event that we all feel a part of, whether you're a musher or you have nothing to do with mushing. A big thank you to the community, and we're excited to hopefully be a race for many years to come.
And we'll learn more about the Sue Dog, its mushers, and its four-legged athletes in Sunday's broadcast. Jordan Rodenberger, Alaska's news source.
For Rondy on the horizon, one of the festival's flagship attractions is beginning to take shape. Charlie Fellows headed downtown to see snow sculptors breaking ground on their frozen creations.
Artisans arrived in the parking lot on Ship Creek Avenue in Anchorage Saturday with a vision, ready to shape these 8-foot-tall frozen monoliths into works of art.
So this year is going to be Lady Liberty. 12 feet tall, hopefully. So 8, and then a big arm holding the torch on that side.
Ranch dressing was actually invented in Alaska. A lot of people don't know, back in the 50s. So we're doing this whole promotional thing, and we decided it'd be fun to make a giant bottle of ranch.
All ambitious and daunting tasks, whether you're new to the game or a seasoned pro.
My eyes are open to what they're doing and the tools that they're using. And I think I might need a few sharper tools.
You know, my solo name is Sir Numb a Lot. So I don't know if I'm numb in the mind or numb in the fingers, but craftsmanship is chipping away.
This year, at least, the canvases are a bit more forgiving.
100 times better than last year. Last year, you had a snow drought, right? And the snow is sort of a chocolate color. I even brought some snow from the parking lot over there and put it up against the sculpture, and you could really see the contrast.
All worth it in the end for the memories.
My first date with my wife was here, and she used to do it with me. We did family.
My first year, I tried doing a rocket ship, and the thing, right at judging, it fell down. 15 minutes before judging, I cut off the base of the rocket flames, and the whole thing tipped over. And I said, well, I can do better, and here we are 15 years later doing this.
And the satisfaction of a job well done.
This is the best day. You come down and see the big snow block, and then come back on next Sunday and notice that there's like, whoa, their imaginations went wild.
Charlie Fellows, Alaska's news source.
Sculptors have until 10 a.m. on March 1st to complete their pieces. When we come back, we're checking in on the finish line of this year's Iron Dog. Stick around. The Iron Dog Snow Machine Race is expected to see its first finisher today in Fairbanks. Alex Bengal is at the finish line. What do we know so far, Alex?
Here on the banks of the Chena River at Pike's Landing, we're waiting anxiously to see who comes out on top in this year's Pro Class race. Now, as of about 15 minutes ago, that's the last time we checked, the leading team was number 42. That's composed of Andy Swenson and Anton Contento. I hope I pronounced their names correctly. And they were just outside of Nenana coming into that community. That places them between 50 and 60 miles away from Fairbanks. Now, officials expect somebody to come through this chute right around 7 p.m., and we plan to be there when they do to capture all of the action. In the meanwhile, this race has seen some delays, with teams delayed in Kotzebue for 2 days due to severe weather in western Alaska. Despite that, they're still planning to show up today, which was their planned day from when the race began. They were planning for about an afternoon arrival, and we'd be looking at the evening, but that is a small delay considering how much they were behind just a couple days ago. We'll plan to keep you posted on the progress of the race as it continues. Back to you.
Thanks for listening. Click subscribe so you can get the latest podcast from Alaska's news source automatically. And stay up to date with breaking news and in-depth reporting available for free 24/7 with the Alaska's news source app.